Do you guys know that the Grand Theft Auto universes are the different fictional universes that Grand Theft Auto series are set in? The series is divided into 3 distinct parallel universes, officially named by Rockstar Games as the 2D universe, 3D universe, and the HD universe. So in this video, I am gonna rank GTA 3D universe, without including GTA Definitive Edition, which contains 6 games. Not by their popularity but by their story, gameplay and graphics. So you are watching Mr. LogicO, let's begin. Number 6.
Extra tip.
Number 6. Grand Theft Auto Advance. GTA Advance basically takes the gameplay from GTA 1, adds in some of the conventions of GTA 3, and brings along a rather dull and poorly written story too. GTA Advance just isn't much fun. While GTA 3 uses fully 3D modeled graphics, GTA Advance goes back to the series' roots and uses a top-down perspective with 2D graphics. The storyline contains 41 missions. The game is rated incredibly poorly by the series standards, with a Metacritic rating of 68/100. Comment that you guys know that this is a 3D universe game. Number 5. Grand Theft Auto 3. The game's narrative follows the adventures of Claude, a silent criminal who was betrayed by his girlfriend Catalina during a bank heist. Claude begins to work for different factions in the crime-riddled Liberty City, including the Mafia, Yakuza and corrupted figures. GTA 3 is sometimes considered to be the hardest game in the series. Hence, if GTA fans are looking for a challenge, this is the game to try out. Number 4. Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. Set in Liberty City in 1998, it is a prequel to the events of Grand Theft Auto Advance and Grand Theft Auto 3, and the chronological sequel to Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Remember, this is a PSP port and PSP is not as good as PS2, so the game is definitely not as good as GTA San Andreas or even Vice City, actually, but it is still a good addition in the series. Number 3. Grand Theft Auto Vice City. The game's plot is based on multiple real-world people and events in Miami, such as Cubans, Haitians, and biker gangs, the 1980s crack epidemic, the mafioso drug lords of Miami, and the dominance of glam metal. The game was also influenced by the film and television of the era, most notably Scarface and Miami Vice. GTA Vice City is a spectacular ride, viciously amusing and elegantly styled. It's glazed with a rich 1980s coating that takes the form of outfits, music, cars and above all atmosphere. A colorful game to suit a colorful decade, but interwoven with timeless features like crime and prostitution. Number 2. Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. GTA Vice City Stories is a prequel to Grand Theft Auto Vice City, with Vice City Stories taking place in 1984, 2 years before the events of Vice City. As for the gameplay itself, it's great for an old-school GTA game. It has everything that makes GTA Vice City great, and adds some extra features to entertain its audience. Minor features in combat and swimming are some of the more notable examples. GTA Vice City Stories missions are also quite memorable and diverse. Number 1. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. The story follows former gangster Carl C.J. Johnson, who returns home following his mother's murder and is drawn back into his former gang and a life of crime while clashing with corrupt authorities and powerful criminals. It introduced so many great customizable features, some of which are absent in later titles, and it even had a plethora of skills for players to train. There are also many unique side missions and activities that haven't returned to the series at all. San Andreas stands proudly as one of the finest games that Rockstar has produced. It eclipses the other games in terms of quality and impact, rising to the top. Comment if you guys have different opinions on this. Like and subscribe if you agree. Also comment your favorite GTA 3D universe game.